Hey guys, about to go into BG. Well, I'm actually already in there. I just want to take a peek at who I'm fighting. See if there's anybody I recognize and try and get a feel um for what kind of competition I have. So Valkyrie's a strong knight, I think. Lab Twirl is an archer. So maybe I'm going to use Hercules instead of Aegis. If I feel like there are a lot more knights or something uh, in a BG, then I usually go with a magical pet. So I go with Hercules, and if I no, I can't click anybody. What's going on? And if there are a lot of mages, then I stick with a dark pet. I guess I can just go get points. Everybody else is already in a fight, so I can build up some awakening points. This is the spec that I like to go for with BG. Oh, volume on the... Is that my computer volume, or is that the sound effect volume? It's really loud. Um, so yeah, I'll go with magical pet if I feel like there are knights around. Magic deals well with... I don't really feel a huge difference using a dark pet or a lightning pet against an archer. Mostly because they all protect against dark and Electro anyway. But yeah. So if I see mages, I prefer Aegis. Hercules just does not do that well against mages. I'm hoping to cap out. This is the last arena until much later tonight, so I'm hoping to get 3K here. If not, well, actually, you know what? I was thinking about sitting out BG. Not BG. Sitting out Guild Battle. Just because my guild recently, like for many of us, for crossover GB, just recently got much bigger. And so, since I'm going to be, I don't really need anything from, come here, don't need anything from Guild Battle, really. I thought I would stay out of it. It's got an archer here. Mythos. Okay, not too difficult. Sometimes if I'm being more diligent, I'll go look around at BRs, especially when I was making very bad attempts to do BG recordings. My housemates and I got a new router, and it has been just so fantastic. My speeds have been a lot better, and it was clearly a router issue. So now I can blame the game for more of my lag issues, whereas before it was definitely some problems with my computer. I'm having a hard time finding people in the middle by the crystal collection, so I'm just being a little bit more aggressive and trying to go into the camp. Sometimes I can go check by my team's camp. Oops, I didn't clear the troops. But actually, this red circle means that I'm about to hit him anyway. Well, that was not super great choice. He might just not care what he's doing right now, but he threw a Mire rune, and Mire does not prioritize players. Probably a part of the reason why it's so much cheaper to upgrade. So really, the purpose of Mire runes are really for PvP instances and single target ones. Oops. Did not check for that chaos rune. Should be alright. Actually, in a second, what I'm going to do is go change my troop position. I prefer to be in the front. Even against a knight, which has, like, I mean, people clear troops regardless of class very quickly now, so it doesn't really matter to me. But it's not that great to have troops in the front against archers, because if they're low on health, then they can just immediately use a bloodthirsty and regain health, and then it just prolongs the fight. So I'm just going to switch this to put them in the back. Let's see if I can find somebody by our camp, because people can't complain as much when you try and get them in on your side of the field, whereas it's pretty common to see people quite upset if you go camp their side of the spawn too much. But I'm really having a hard time getting people. My God, what is going on? Alright, got somebody. I have no idea who it is. There we go. So, pretty strong archer. Okay, maybe I thought they had more BR than I mean, maybe has less BR than what I recall. Might have been one of those things where I experience this on a regular basis, where I see somebody who previously was a very big challenge for me, and probably what happened is they became less active or they stopped caching, and so now I'm ahead of them, but I still in my head think that they're going to be problematic for at least that fight. So BG has become a lot more exciting, to say the least, since the class advancement came out. People are much more aggressive, trying to get new titles, and you'll also see a lot more of the stronger players. We should heal a little bit. Looks like this is a pretty strong player, but I haven't heard of him. Oh, hello. I should definitely Guardian Rune. That was me. I should definitely play a little bit more diligently. Does a lot of damage, but probably is taking quite a bit as well. So Zera and Kabam 40. So let's can go take a peek at Zera's stats. 280 KBR mage, so yeah. So probably just out of, it's either a name change or somebody who's just making their way up. Trying to think if there's anybody on Kabam 40 that I can think of that makes the top 16. That's the problem, is I mostly know the top 16 and maybe some people who were previously consistently making the top 16 in Class Wars as far as the mages go. So anybody who is like right under there but has never made it to the top 16, I have a harder time recognizing them. I try to find people with carts, but I mean, it's sometimes you need to get your honor in one BG, and you just want to make it quick, and so you just go for anybody. Right now, I don't want to rush too much. I could do another GB later, but it's not too hard for me to get maximum honor in one BG. I should probably start bringing meteor. It's more habit than anything that I bring rain of fire. I'm starting to realize it's probably not the best choice. But I do have a faster cooldown on meteor, which is only 5 seconds. So if I get hit with a chaos rune earlier, it's easier to recover. Let's see here. Switch that up. Okay. Why do I keep hitting the kill chat button? Let's see if I can go fight Zera again, but maybe I should put an Aegis on. That's probably more diligent for mage fight. Nope, she got into a fight with somebody else. Let's see here. Anybody? Maybe Breakblade? Got him. Ooh, an Apollo user. Not Apollo. Athena. I feel like I don't hold up that well against light pets. It's probably just because I use a dark one all the time, so it always seems to hurt quite a bit, even though it's magical attack. I keep thinking, oh, I'll be fine, I have tons of magic defense, and then usually ends up hurting anyway. At least for somebody, you know, within anywhere within 20k BR of me or so. Maybe even less than that. 20k BR doesn't mean nearly as much as it used to. Mostly just one because the top players like myself saw my mount whip video, my most recent one. I did put a lot of whips into strength just because the rest of my mount is capped out. So a lot of just, I call it fluffy or just marshmallow BR, just squish, and it doesn't really do anything. Some people said, oh, won't it stack with your Aegis hits because it's a physical pet? I'm not really sure if that's true. Like, I don't know if... I know that it's mainly based on your main attack stat, so even though I'm a mage, my physical hits with Aegis are still based on my magical attack. So I don't know if there's any factoring in of my physical attack stat. That's probably good for somebody who's a patient tester who can test all those things out. So if you do figure it out, you can PM me on Facebook at you can probably just search for Iliatan and be able to find me. One nice thing that's improved my PvP a lot, and which I'm really looking forward to Class Wars because I really struggled with this before, and I was talking to one of my friends and he was like, of course that, didn't I tell you that before? And I guess I just didn't know, and it's, so I knew that you could get double hits in Sylph mode by immediately using that rune trick to use your rune immediately after going into Sylph mode. What I didn't know was that you can actually get the same effect and start your double hits by just clicking any skill that you have rage for. So I'll show it the next time I have awakening points. I often get a lot of people talking to me in BG, which when I'm recording is a little harder. Oops. Alright, so let's see if I can show these double hits. I was saying with a friend, and he's the one who mentioned it. The nice thing about I've different I guess advantages and disadvantages of posting all my class war stuff. One, I think it makes me somewhat predictable. So I do have to think up new things for class wars if I want to stay fresh, I guess. But the other thing is that everybody sees what I did in class wars, where I made mistakes or what was successful, and so a lot of my friends will help me out and say, "Oh, here's where you screwed up. Here's where you did well," or usually, "Where did you screw up?" Which is totally fine. You know, I don't have any qualms about messing up. It's a game. You're not gonna play perfectly every single time. So it is nice in that way that I haven't that I have a source I can say this is what happened, and and my friends can tell me what's up. So, oh darn, I was talking about Class Wars and all this stuff, and I forgot to say what I was doing. But when I was after I had clicked Awaken, so I chose a skill, a class-based skill, and then I hit Awaken, and as I was awakening, I chose, I just clicked on the 1 button, so the button for lightning bolt, and that started the blinking skills. So it's similar to what I've shown before. To get double hits in World Boss, you can do the same thing for literally anything in the game. The only time that it's really hard to pull off getting double hits is when you're in your class-based skills. So when I think of class-based skills, I just mean these ones. So ones that you can only have for your class. Any class can have whatever sylph skills as long as they get a sylph. And so the only time it's really hard to get that blinking going, which sometimes it can happen by accident, is when you have class skills but the AFK mode isn't available. And so it's pretty easy to get the blinking to get the queued skills when you're in when you're in the class skills but with AFK mode. But in things like this where you can't use AFK mode, really your opportunity to start the double hits is as you're going into Sylph. So let's see if I can do this and pay attention. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1 skill after Meteor. Probably just can he live through a Thunder? Probably. Okay, so as I Thunder, now I've clicked Awaken, and as I click Awaken, you see how, well, this is really hard to talk about because it's so quick, but as I awakened, I was pressing the 1, and so as I was going into Sylph mode, all of my skills were flashing, and yeah. Looking forward to fighting some of you in cross-server GB. So yeah, I'm pretty sure cross-server GB is going to be all of the publishers except for us. I think West Coast is split, so the R2 servers, I've never fought them in Class Wars. I don't know if they'll be added into the server ones, but I'm definitely expecting Kong. What's that other K server? It's not coming. Karam and Wartune.com, Aria Games. Actually, I think Aria Games is merged with the Wartune.com servers now. But anyway, that whole posse of people that I see in Class Wars. I believe my guild is now the highest BR in Wartune West. We're always kind of up there, but I'm gonna take a quick peek at the rankings after this. But as I've probably mentioned before, Kabam is not very good about giving server merges. They're very, I would say, conservative about it. I don't really understand why. I think server merges generate a lot of money, so I don't really see why they wouldn't do this. Okay, so Awaken, and while I've got that Awaken what is it, icon up, I pressed 1. But it can be the skill, give me the number for any of your skills that you have rage for. So don't click on the ones that are grayed out, but anything that you have enough rage for, so usually your most basic attack is a safe bet. You can click on those and start your double hits. This is a terrible thing for me to talk about. I hope nobody who I have to face in Class Wars ends up watching this BG video. I hope they'll just ignore it. I just could really conveniently not see it. Oh, and I must have gotten a new title at some point and not noticed it because I don't wear a title on a regular basis, and now I have one. Great Dragon Knight. I don't know why they call me a knight though. I'm a mage. Should have different titles like they do for the class advanced titles. I have 4 minutes and probably not a lot of honor. Oh, I have 3k honor. I've been a lot more of a troll. I probably just haven't noticed because I'm not used to talking while being in BG. But since I'm probably only going to do one BG now that I'm capped out, I'm probably just going to kill a bunch of people to make sure that I have enough cross-server points. I always get enough for that Warriors mark, but I like getting, what's it called? The Road Warrior title, which is nice. Now that titles give BR, it's nice to maintain things like those each week. And next week, I'm guessing is Class Wars, unless they do it really late in the month and do it the week after. So I just want to make sure that I have the weekly titles. I'm going to try and steal the top Sulfurina one from Grimith. My team can win, but I feel like he's up at that hour, like stalking Sulfurina to get that title more than I am. But I'm gonna try and get as much BR through titles as I possibly can. Wartune, he's from my guild. Another recent addition. I was hoping to get another fight with Zera, but she seems to be killing off people in some other direction. So this is actually maybe the first semi-successful BG video I've done. I can tell that it's really hard for me to comment and chase people around and try to win and talk about what I'm doing. So the PvP videos are always a little bit harder, but at least I finally got to do one. Hopefully next time I can find one with. Sometimes I'll go in here and it'll just be like it'll be Captain Canada. It'll be Anne will sometimes be in there and Cypress and a bunch of people I know cross server. So here's Zara. Let me go get her. The damn Chaos Rune. If it's not Class Wars and I'm not like really thinking diligently about what I should be doing, I always forget that there's gonna be a Chaos Rune hitting me. I don't like that Chaos lead at all. It's not even top like 4 runes I would think of bringing. Just as a personal preference. She has self-awakening a lot sooner than I do, so this might be a little problematic. Let me see what I can do here. Oh, I missed my double hit. That might be bad. Let's see. Do an ultimate attack and hope that she doesn't have a guardian rune. So hopefully this wins. Even so, I had one more turn on my guardian rune. So yeah, before I was fighting Zera with Hercules, and it was definitely a little bit more sweaty, but with Aegis, I have that increased PDEF, which holds up well against Amazon Queen or Cerberus. Knucklehead. I have a friend or two who I would love to just hack into their accounts and change their names to that. So Infinity got MVP, well, with 22 defeats. And I was probably, I think, maybe second. Yeah, with 18, which is enough. With the new titles, so that was pretty good. So with the new titles for honor, each time, like even from the commoner or whatever the like private through through Lord Divine, you'll get increased honor per kill. So now I'm getting quite a bit of honor per kill. So let me get to the PvP. No, it's probably general. Yes. So Great Dragon something or other. Great Dragon Knight. And then the last one is Mythic Dragon Knight, which will give some attack. And this one just gave me some attack as well, which is nice. So yeah, one more title to go, I think, until I cap. So I don't think I'm ever gonna get that Grim Reaper title, just because I feel like I don't do BGs enough once I cap my honor. But well, it might change up. I just did say that I wanted to keep that Road Warrior title, so we'll see about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a very good day.